Before I come around to the hospital, the doctors better stretch you out or you're screwed. Of course it never came. And of course when I checked a week later, the website didn't exist anymore.
Yes, this will be a BYO everything. Passport, ticket, money.
Nah, I could get him a passport.
We're going. Looks like I've got just enough audio spike. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Dude, not too much. Pretty good. Still riding that high of the exciting tournament that we held.
Yeah. It's nice to know who sucks the most as well as who is the best.
We really did a thorough job.
Having just re-edited them, I really couldn't tell you where anyone landed except that Elsa's the best one.
Belle in a close second. But yeah.
That sounds right to me. Oh, wait. And who's the one that ghosts you? Because she sucks the most.
Cinderella
sucks?
As soon as it strikes midnight, yeah.
Midnight ain't even late. That's when the frat parties start.
Well, that's when they get busted, at least. But yeah, dude, how's summer's almost over, man. Can you believe it?
No, it's September. I cannot well, summer might already be over, but we're already 2/3 of the way through 2020.
I know.
It's been like 5 weeks of quarantine. It was February, and then there's been 5 weeks of quarantine, and now we're in September. And I don't know what's going on anymore. I know each year goes by faster than the previous one, so everyone's going to think 2020 was the one that went by the fastest, but has this year not inordinately sped up? Like more so than the normal progression of years. You know how each year you look back and it's like, this kind of went by a little quicker because you have more perspective. When you're 3, going a year is 1/3 of your life. When you're 25, going a year is 4% of your life. So it just feels like
very true.
Less. Does 2020 not still feel like it has tripled that speed? Like it has zipped by. That should tell you how I'm feeling.
It's hard for me to say because I feel like I don't really have a control to compare it to. Like up until now, this is my first year being like out of school, you know? Like, is this just what the working world feels like? I have no idea. Like senior years seem to fly by the end.
But this is faster.
Yeah, quite possibly. I don't know. This,
a lot faster even.
Towards the end of this summer, I feel like I've been salvaging it. Like, just a lot of, like, beach trips and time outside and all that kind of stuff.
Dude, I gotta order Spike Ball for myself. I don't know why neither of us owns a copy. Here, we can handle this now. The best part of us both having dual screens is that we can do shit like this. Make impulse purchases right here live.
Well, I feel like part of the reason why I haven't is because I've gone to the beach twice a weekend, most weekends, and I've never not had Spike Ball there.
Spike Ball Pro is $100?
Yeah, dude, that's the one John has.
There you go. That's what you're getting me for Christmas.
It is better. I will say, Spike Ball Pro is not just pro in name. It is a better setup.
Why compromise now? Like, now that we've played pro, you can't go down. Not if we're buying our own set.
For 3 times the cost. It's so true, though.
For $40 more.
I have played... Is it only 40?
It's
$60.
60 versus 100.
You could also get Slammo. I don't know if you're seeing that.
No.
Where you're looking. No.
I shop at Walmart for everything, but I will not compromise on my principles for Spike Ball. We're not playing Slammo.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I mean, the regular Spike Ball, I will say, like, it's just the rim has a lot less integrity to it. Like, once you play pro, you realize, like, oh my god, the regular rim gets so warped and the net's, like, tighter in some spots and looser in others. It's just a suboptimal experience, to say the least, yeah.
You could say it's amateur.
100%, yeah. I couldn't disagree.
That makes sense.
That.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should we be looking at each other or the cameras? Because our guests.
I'm definitely looking at you. Yeah.
I mostly look at you, but I try sometimes, like...
That's good fan interaction.
Engagement.
Good fan engagement. Yeah.
Speaking of fan engagement, fuck you guys. I scrolled back in all of our edits or all of our episodes yesterday on YouTube. 0 comments all the way through. None. There's at least 6 times we've asked people to give input, and we have exactly 0 episodes with any comments at all. So, thanks, you 3.
Yeah, they call themselves fans, and they're just no dedication.
Also, we have one episode where it's titled Animal Face-Off, I believe. And although we definitely had no part in and did not and do not condone any animal cruelty, my only assumption is somebody saw the title and assumed that that was what it was about, because we currently have a 100% dislike ratio on that episode on YouTube. 0 likes,
that's crazy.
1 dislike.
It's so.
And I wasn't
crazy
going
to
to go
that...
in and like it to balance it out, because that's just not my place.
I might later, but I'm very petty. I feel like only our friends listen to this show, so. One, for someone to like stumble upon this, and then I don't know, how much did they listen to it? Did they listen to half of it? Because it's probably like a 40-minute episode. Did they listen to all title. 40 minutes? Yeah, I guess so, dude. Unless they were looking for something else, and we thought that we had like misled them or something. I don't know.
I thought that you'd be interested. I did a little bit of reconnaissance on our channel.
Definitely, dude. Yeah, those analytics they're important to know. 1 whole dislike.
But on the other hand, our entire podcast in all its history has only gotten 1 dislike. So that's pretty good, right? That's
true. We're running a pretty good record, yeah. I don't think like Rogan has that kind of like to dislike ratio at all.
Oh, I don't know if you should go with ratio. He probably still stomps us there. We only have like 8 likes between all the videos.
That's very true. Yeah. 1 dislike is that's a big hit to
That's like 11% of all the interactions we've had.
Oh god.
The state of the fellas nation is not much better than the state of America right now.
Yeah. I would say it's less divided. I think that we put out a less divided message than our current U.S. government does.
That at least is true. You and I are on the same page about most of this stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I think most of our viewers are as well.
Yeah.
I haven't had anyone come up to me because, again, we know most of the people who listen. No one's really been terribly offended by anything. That might change soon. Someone really likes Cinderella.
Be kind. Be open-minded.
This is like it for them.
Be kind and open-minded. Try to think about things and exterminate everyone shorter than 4'8".
Yeah, 4'8". Wow, so that's all the children.
You see the picture of the like 14-pound baby? You better come out like 28 pounds. If you're not hitting this height limit, you're outie.
Before I come around to the hospital, the doctors better stretch you out or you're screwed.
The fellas do not condone the murder of anyone by height or the stretching of babies.
Yeah.
There you go.
Keep that.
Now we can't get canceled.
Keep that birth canal tight, like a one of those Play-Doh toys.
Squeeze
Play-Doh through, and you get Pasghetti afterwards.
Baby Pasghetti.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh Jesus Christ! You're on a different level today, bud. What is going on behind those hazel eyes?
Oh, not too much, man. Honestly, working all day. I need to be a deviant now, I guess.
All right, let's get deviant. What have you cooked up to chat about? I'm sure you had something on your mind. Is it my sick new glass?
Talking about that is pretty dope, dude. That honestly is.
Cheers,
Give our audio listeners a little description of it.
Oh, it is a whiskey glass. Cute. A little rounded. Like I like them. And in frosted glass on it is a world map, kind of wrapping around the glass like a globe if you were to drink out of it. So classy. After scalping it.
So classy. Absolutely. Is the North Pole on there or no?
No, that's where you drink. See, otherwise it's not a cup.
Yeah. That definitely keeps it cold too.
Then it's just an all-angle circle.
True. Yeah. You have to break the glass if you ever want to drink.
Like a piggy bank.
Yeah.
Just shatter it and sip off the jagged edges.
So
anyway,
dude,
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So no, just talking about like the beach and stuff earlier. So the last time I went to the beach, I went with a bunch of my friends from the wrestling team, and then one of them brought his sister. And it turns out that she was a cheerleader in high school. So we were like, yeah, it was just cool.
Was
like,
she a flyer?
Do like stunts and stuff. Yeah, she was a flyer.
Oh.
So like we were able to like do stunts and stuff, but like it was way harder in the water, and she was fearless. Despite the fact that I don't think she had cheered since like high school. But she was
what
like,
a stud.
And so I kind of suggested, I was like, like the waves are kind of pushing us around a little bit. Do you want to go try to do this on dry land? And the beach there was like very sloped. So, but behind it, there was like a grass field. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. Oh. And so, yeah, dude. So we were trying to hit hands. And the first time she went up, she kind of landed on my shoulder. So then we tried again. Second time, we had some people spotting, but a few drinks deep made it so that she did not go all the way up. And while her fall was somewhat braced, she still landed flat on her back on the ground. And I'm a pretty tall guy, so that was a big fall. Dude, I felt so bad.
Could you hear her get the wind knocked out of her?
Dude, that's the thing. She laid there for like a second. We helped her back up. And she was just ready to go again. I couldn't believe it.
Well done, man.
Exactly.
And then you hit hands?
And then we hit hands, yeah. And then we actually hit.
I love a happy ending.
Sweet. Especially, I think part of the reason why is because she's like, yeah, you just better not drop me this time.
Pressure's on.
You know, a bunch of 20-somethings at the beach. You know, we were all drinking a little bit all day, whatever. But I think that comment really sobered me up in like an instant.
This is for cereal.
Oh yeah.
Well,
but yeah, dude, she's coming to John's thing, and she's maybe trying to stunt more. So.
Oh, word! I'm gonna do some too.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. It'll be a good time.
This will be the first time since my spine has healed 100% that I've been stunting, right? 2 years? That sounds about right.
So. Yeah, I mean, like real.
Aside from maybe the occasional like basket toss or like shoulder stand with someone.
Yeah.
But like tossing to hands or pressing to extension, this will be a first for a while.
Oh, I don't think I'm going extension.
Once you get hands, that's the easy part.
True. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I just need to nut up.
We'll be there. We'll have a whole squad of boys.
Yeah, very true.
Maybe we can teach them. No, that's getting out of hand. We shouldn't.
Yeah, especially because, again, they won't be sober. So,
and it also won't be water. Wait, it could be water, right? Isn't there water near him?
At John's? I don't think we're leaving his house.
Then it won't be water. We should get one of those like 8x16 foot inflatable pools and fill it up in his basement.
Oh man.
There won't be room to stunt, but we could have a pool in the basement.
Yeah, I almost have to duck when I'm standing, but we can figure something out. Just punch a hole.
How do you wrestle then? His whole basement's a wrestling room,
in a good stance, dude. Yeah.
That's clever. You should have like a 4'8" ceiling.
Oh no.
Flashback.
Yeah.
Isn't that John's plan? I think he has so many people coming over and a bunch of us are planning to spend the night. He has the foam wrestling mat, hopefully sterilized, but filling his whole basement. He wants to do like a giant pillow fort / hobo tent camp city in his basement.
Oh yeah.
And just let everyone sleep it out down there.
Yeah, it'll be like a sweet little commune.
Christiania. Oh, you have not been to Copenhagen, have you?
No, not once.
Well, Copenhagen in Denmark has an area of the city called Christiania. Are you familiar?
No, I'm not.
Well, I wish I knew what it was, but I'm not even city literate in general, so fuck my ability to guess whatever Denmark's been doing. Maybe like 5x2 blocks or something of Copenhagen, the capital city of Denmark, is basically a giant hippie commune. And inside it, everyone kind of like lives for free and sleeps for free in these like buildings that were like, a bunch of different stuff, like some schools and warehouses, plenty of sheds and other shit they've built over the years. But like, there are, I think, hundreds of people that live there, and it's like a barter community for the most part, except for tourists and outsiders who come in and like they'll sell you shit that they make for actual money, and they'll sell you drugs, like just openly. Weed and hash is there, and the cops don't come in and don't fuck with them, and they don't fuck with anything like outside in the rest of the city. And there's like a very clear border, and it's very well maintained, and it's like low crime rate, very happy community, popular tourist destination. It's really cool. Tons of art and street art and vendors and stuff. Really nifty. You should check it out if you're ever in Copenhagen.
That sounds like the German equivalent of Amish people. But just incredibly.
It's a Danish equivalent.
Like Danish,
and it's also not like a religious thing. It's like literally a hippie commune. Like it's all painted walls and shit. Like it's a hippie commune.
So
I don't think any of them are paying any rent. They're like outside it. When you're out in the city around it, all of the regular laws and policing is still normal, but inside Christiania, it's kind of like an internal thing.
Wow. How long have they been around, you know? Like, is this like a 100-year thing? 50 years?
I'm not entirely sure, but I would guess at least like a couple dozen years. It seems very established.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this has been a thing for a while. Like when traveling, people had stories of having been there like years before, or like family members. Christiania, Denmark. Let's find out.
Yeah. And I'm so curious if this is like mostly something that people are... Yeah, I'm wondering if this is something that people are born into. Dude, I was spot on. Tell me.
I was spot on. Excuse me.
Beautiful.
Freetown, Christiania, also known as Christiania, is an intentional community and commune of about 850 to 1,000 residents, covering 7.7 hectares or 17 acres in the borough of Christianshavn in the Danish capital city of Copenhagen. Christiania has been a source of controversy since its creation in a squatted military area in 1971. So abandoned like military area along the riverway canals. And they just squatted in it, took it over, and it became a commune. And now it's like its kind of own thing.
Dude, I wonder if like
usually a safe and open place for everyone as long as local rules and people are respected and tolerated. Yep. Damn. It was super dope. Very friendly.
So did it start out as like a bunch of homeless people or what, I wonder?
I guess. Or just like kind of those anti-society grifter type of do your own thing.
Yeah.
There's a handful of them around, you know, the ones who are like just into the breakaway idea.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, the
super
kind of
cool
people
too.
Who, like...
Some of them super sick.
Yeah.
Preppers adjacent. It's like cousins to preppers.
Yeah, but more liberal probably.
And cousins to like deadheads and hippies.
Right.
Yeah, this is like a 3-dimensional or more Venn diagram we're making here.
Yeah. So I wonder if are they all just like high all the time, like, and don't care?
No, not really. I think a lot of it is like touristy stuff is the drug attraction. I think that it's an easy way for there to be like additional economy, but I don't know that it means everyone there is smoking dope.
Right. And so do they go outside for work? Or do they just trade things with tourists?
It seems more like that. Like, obviously they have money so they can go to the stores around in Copenhagen because of the economy, but it seems like a lot of them do like craft shit and art and very like internal to Christiania things and turn a profit, I don't know, either by living off the community or a welfare state system or their work and crafts or a combination of them.
Dude, living
That's
in
my
a
best
commune
guess. I spent like 2 hours there.
Living in a commune seems like it could be a cool time. Honestly, like I feel like they could turn into a cult super easily, or sometimes they start as a cult.
There's no in some of them, like in this one, there's no leadership or centralized, group or authority or power dictating it. It's just a cohabitating group of people. It's a community rather than like any sort of hierarchy. Although I'm sure there's, like a community board or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure. People gotta... Yeah. Man. All right, if I ever go to Copenhagen, I gotta check this shit out because it sounds unreal to
Dude,
me.
I'll go with you. Seriously, if there was a crazy deal on flights on Skyscanner or something, we could go for a weekend, like Friday night to Sunday night. It's like a 4 or 5 hour flight, maybe. It's not bad.
Really?
Yeah, we could go there and do Copenhagen, especially. Like, Denmark itself is super small, and Copenhagen is a smallish city of, like, I would guess no more than maybe, like, 1 million residents. Maybe less. I would guess less.
Yeah.
Population. I actually kind of like having the dual screen. This lets me Jamie it myself. Exactly. 602,000.
Wow.
So, bam. I'm killing it today.
I wonder if they were hit hard with the old COVID.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Tight area, it seems.
I know Sweden's kind of caught some flack for their approach, which didn't really go the way they'd hoped and did have some serious numbers, but also they're not having a second wave like we are. So, like, jury's still kind of out. Yeah,
true. Yeah.
But if you want to do a Copenhagen weekend trip, once COVID's cleared up, we totally could.
Yeah.
That city you could do in like 5 hours of walking. You'll see all the shit you want to do. And then, you have a day to hang out and a night or two out. And that's good. And there's a major airport literally right in the city. So, like, right in the city. That was the airport I took a train to from Sweden. And you can walk out of the airport and, like, not far at all from the rest of the city. It's easy. It's like 2 train stops.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, we could pop over for a weekend. Carter showed up when he came over for his birthday for like a couple days, and we went to Italy. We did Rome, and we did a week in Italy. We did Rome and which the one with all the fucking canals? Venice.
Venice, that's it, yeah.
Venezia.
I've already seen Venice.
At Roma. Yeah, so we went to Rome and Venice. We went to Rome and Venice, but first he showed up on a flight in Copenhagen. So we walked around for the day, and we basically like toured Copenhagen, everything he wanted to do there that I had told him to Google ahead, and everything I needed to show him there in like 5.5 hours. So like he showed up in the morning at like 11. We spent the day there till 5 and then left Copenhagen, and he was done touring Copenhagen and was like, cool, got everything I needed. So yeah, we could do a Friday through Sunday trip for sure if there's good flight deals.
Damn. I mean, yeah.
And any of you fellites out there, fans of the podcast, we got to find a fellatiates. That's a bit of a stretch, but I like where you're going. We got to find a name for our fans, but if any of y'all want to come on the trip, fuck yeah, let's go. The first A Couple of Fellas branded international trip.
Not paid for by a couple of fellas.
Important to note. Yes, this will be a BYO everything.
Yeah.
BYO passport, ticket, money, everything.
No, I could get him a passport.
I got a couple of spare in the dresser.
Yeah, I know a guy. Easy.
So yeah, we're doing Japan. A similar one that we could do, like international airport, do it for a weekend, basically get everything you want done. I would recommend 3 days for this, though. Amsterdam.
Right.
If you wanted to do Amsterdam, we could do that also as a short one.
How close is that to Denmark?
Not far. If you wanted to do a week, we could hit both.
Okay. Good to know.
If you wanted to do a full 7 days, we could hit both of those fully and probably have like a day and a half, 2 days, depending on how efficient we are with travel and other stuff. Probably enough to hit like another city or something.
Damn.
Unless you want chill time. When I was traveling around, I tended to not want to like kick my feet up and relax. I figured if there's like a super beautiful place, I'll vacation there later in life. While I'm young, it's the time for doing and going. And I didn't want to like
checking things off.
Yeah, not to like chill at the hostel for a day and sip beers with the different guests. Like that's fun and it's cool, but I would rather do that for 45 minutes and then go tour the city.
Yeah.
So if you're down to do more like that, then yeah, we could do a full like a Friday to like Friday one week, Friday evening to Sunday the next, like a 9-day trip, miss 5 days of work, we could easily do Amsterdam, Copenhagen, and one other like full city area in another country that you chose, like Europe wise. Nine days is a decent amount of time. 9 days is enough to do the entire Baltic stretch that I did, the Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia. I saw all 3 of their capital cities, everything that I wanted to see, including nightlife and restaurants, in like 9 days.
Damn.
They're 4 hours apart, dude. The capital of one country. The capital of one country is a 4-hour bus ride from the capital of the next country. Like, you literally can't drive from Cape Cod to the other opposite corner of Mass in that much time.
Yeah, that's true.
And Mass is not a large state.
It's definitely one of the smaller ones.
Driving to Virginia is the equivalent of driving through like the entirety of all 3 of those countries. From Connecticut to Virginia. I still wonder.
I feel like at some point it would be cool to do like a cross-country road trip.
100%. Dude.
Because America is pretty big and pretty diverse.
Well, you know my vehicle plan, right? It's Jeep for now. Try and stretch it out as long as I can to just not buy more cars. Eventually, way down the line, a Tesla or whatever electric vehicle, but that's like 10 years away. The only other vehicle that I have any interest in, and that I might get before that electric vehicle when I'm 35, would be a camper van. Like a Mercedes Sprinter van converted to comfortably sleep 2 plus camp gear, cooking, a toilet setup, maybe even internet. Now it's 2020. I think I might start working on that depending on what my financials look like through med school. Anyway,
you still have plans to like live in one for a while?
The only
you have so much
time
cool
I
shit now.
Exactly. I don't think I can anymore. Although, if things with Barb keep going as great as they're going, the next time I move will probably be in with someone.
Right.
At which point that can be a stuffed storage. And if I had a Sprinter van, I could ditch all the stuff because I don't need to store it anywhere. It's at my apartment and I could drive anywhere and see anything and be in my van.
That's so true. Yeah.
Like where right now, if I got the van, it's a second home. I shouldn't live in an apartment and have a van. If it was like an apartment that was shared with someone else, you know, then there's reason for it to exist when I drive away.
Yeah, for sure.
I could store shit there and ta-da! At the very least
solved.
For summer adventures or cross-country trips, and you are welcome to either tag along or borrow it, like whatever.
Yeah, because I have one friend right now who's like planning on doing it, and I have a couple other friends who have done it.
It's sick. Yeah, we have Jarnatowski and the crew that did it.
Yep.
And I've seen a bunch of it isolated or throughout my childhood on the West Coast and some of the Midwest stuff, but I've definitely not had the experience of crossing it all continuously, and I would love to. I think the fellas should. But
yeah.
One other idea, if you have any interest as a young adult with a prosperous career ahead of him and a good head on his shoulders, invest in this project with me. Put some money and time into helping me outfit this van and build it and have shared ownership. Take it for a week because I'm not going to be using it year round.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
That's not like you and we talked about potentially buying a house together in an area with cheap housing. This would be, you know, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 8% of that. So seems a little more reasonable.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. I
I
wonder like how cheap you could get one for, because I know that our friends who bought one got it for like $1,500 or something, but it was kind of a piece of shit.
You remember the issues they had. Although
they were several.
The ones that I was looking at were more than we would need for a week or 2 week max vacationer. If you want it to be a cross country, we maybe need it to be able to go a month. But I was looking at ones that I would live out of full time, and that looked like it was going to hit low 5 digits, like maybe 11, 12 grand.
That's it.
If you're willing to like not cut corners, but like buy used and have some exposed paneling and like not finish stuff, or do some work yourself as a fucking engineer. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think you and I could get a vehicle that we're happy with for somewhere in the neighborhood of like 6 or 7 grand, maybe, for like a quality enough truck. I would like something from maybe this Millennia. And then
yeah, probably a good call.
Yeah, like I don't want to buy one of the 1980 whatever, because as sick as the vintage is, it's gonna break.
Yeah.
I don't need 350,000 miles, especially when I was looking for it to be like a mobile house.
Yeah, but, very true.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Used, live in Sprinter van. We got the extra screens, baby. Fuck it, search. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We're doing it live, dude. Well, we're doing it recorded, but I don't think we're editing, so it might as well be live.
So like one of the big ass GMC vans, the 3500s, if you just know like side doors, rear doors, big ass white van.
Yeah.
A 2006 one of those, fully converted, 18,000, first sight.
Damn, that's so much cheaper than a car.
19,000, an extended one. Well, most of them are used.
Yeah, true.
The brand new beautiful ones, like the Mercedes vans that you can stand up in, that are from the last 8-9 years or newer and are converted, usually run like 40 to 50 to 60,000 as you get newer and nicer. But yeah, what I would be willing to do is find one that's, I'm also like, since it wouldn't be something we have to live in, I'm super down to do this relatively soon-ish, maybe right after this winter, and get something that's not yet done, because you and I are good enough with like soldering and a drill and a buzzsaw or whatever the fuck else.
And Google, honestly.
Yeah, and Google. Thingiverse, Instructables, Reddit, whatever we need. We can figure it out and we can make it sick. Steve, also, dude. To help with Barb's new apartment, which is like semi-finished, I just bought a $300 bag of tools, but it is like the multiple lithium-ion batteries, circular saw, drill, like a full line of Ryobi powerful adult tools, as if I owned a house.
Yeah.
So now we have power tools. We can make this work. We have a saw and a drill. What else do we need?
Dude, we could also 3D print the whole thing part by part.
We also do have the
That's
3D
probably
printer.
Pretty cheap. Just start 3D printing some panels, glue them together, see how far we make it.
Oh, could you imagine?
We only make it like a mile.
Could you imagine one of these vans furnished with nothing but that one blue plastic, the entire interior?
No, dude, we got to use the glow-in-the-dark plastic. Could you imagine that? Just
I feel like it's non-toxic, but
day?
In that quantity, it might be toxic.
Yeah. Well, we won't be licking it. I don't know.
Well, it's an option, and there's a lot of cool shit we could do to it. A lot of slide-out storage, and after the camper van in Iceland, I have some suggestions.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. We can make this sick. I want it to be
what kind of stuff? Like, what's your dream camper van? Like, what are some of these features that I might not be expecting?
Let's say we start with like a Sprinter van chassis or something like that, where you can stand up to like 6'5", 6'6". That'd be great for you to be able to basically stand up in it. That's real nice.
Dude, we can just throw an air mattress in the back?
Nope. Raised platform in the back so that you're sleeping. Like if you were standing in this van, imagine like the handicap bus you've been on where you're right at the head height. You've seen the Mercedes vans with like the bump top.
Yeah.
Cool. So
John and Kate plus 8 had one.
I guess so. So you're in that, standing up, and at chest level against like the back walls is the queen size bed that fills it wall to wall. Some shelving on the walls above it. Underneath that, on the inside, of the trailer or of the truck, fold out like storage or tables and shelving and stuff. Against one wall, you have your little kitchen range, the miniature fridge plugged in, solar panels on the roof. You have the air conditioning wired up with the solar and big extra inverter with the van. And like seating area, little bathroom area, like cabinet behind the driver's seat that flushes off, which at least do not shit in, but you could pee in it. Good to know. Yeah, like basically the miniature camper setup on the inside, all storage under the bed. By raising it up like that, you have all that opportunity. Cabinets along the walls, shelving along the walls above the bed. And then when you open the doors from behind, you have your bed at like eye height if you were standing on the ground. And underneath it, you have more fucking storage, dude, for your outside stuff. Your camper chairs, your tent, all of your cooking gear, gas range, whatever. You're set.
Dude, I think Instagram not only like hears what you're saying and reads your mind, but it also tells you the future, because I literally just saw an ad for Sprinter vans on Instagram. How would they know?
Instagram ads, dude.
Sprinter vans.
I don't know, but I'll be honest. I'm not doing any sketchy shit. I fuck with all these targeted ads, man. They find the shit I want.
That's so
Amazon
true.
makes it easy. Google knows all of my shit. Life is easier. I'm doing what I want to do, which is not focusing on who knows what my, I don't know, zip code is, and enjoying everything else with more convenience and ease. They can keep targeting me, have my data. I'm not trying to bomb any towers. Like, we're good.
Yeah, it's so true. Although I will say one time I got scammed, like, and I should have known this deal was too good to be true, but it was some like athletic wear company, and
I feel like I might have heard this story.
I feel you may have, but I felt so fucking stupid because it was literally like the deal was everything is free, just pay for shipping. So, I put like 4 blender bottles on and like a bunch of like fucking, what else? Just like Under Armour and like leggings and shorts and all this kind of stuff. And I sent them my $15 in shipping. And of course it never came. And of course, when I checked a week later, the website didn't exist anymore. Like, I don't know how Instagram
That's
verifies
not the same
these
as
things.
Oh, that was an Instagram
this was totally my fault. Yeah, yep.
Ooh. I will say one thing that I have always done when I get one of those targeted ads or like anything that just seems like a pop-up flash sale or whatever, I do Google it and then legit ? And to see what the internet has to say. There's website reviews. People complain. If they've got 1 star, 1.2 stars, then I assume they're probably not there to give me a great deal. So
true.
I would recommend adding that 1 15-second step into your Instagram purchasing.
Oh, trust me, now I definitely do. I definitely learned my lesson.
Learned a lesson.
One time. Yeah, haven't been scammed since.
But otherwise, I'll be honest, like I've bought a bunch of shit that I use still regularly or that I've gotten for people as gifts. I'm pretty certain that you've gotten at least 1, maybe 2 of the gifts that I've gotten you in the last year or 2 off of that.
Yeah. Oh,
or at least original inspiration.
Yeah.
I lean into it, man. The more that I click and like and collect and everything, the better all of these algorithms get in the Zuckerberg sphere at learning me, and the better the ads get.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like there is an aspect of privacy, but I feel like what I hear more often is like, oh, like they're just selling you things that you don't need and you never even thought you wanted. It's like, but I'm also an adult and I can make informed decisions on things I buy. And maybe there is something that's like, that's a good deal. I never thought about buying something like this, but like
I have several products.
I think it will improve my life.
There are some things I have that I don't use as much as I should that I've bought, but there are a lot. And I would say most of the things that I see and purchase, like an impulse purchase, I use the way that they're intended to, often and regularly and with great satisfaction.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I
do think there might have been, I might have read an article once or twice that detailed some of the specific data that can be gathered. And I can't remember any of it offhand, but there might have been 1 or 2 times where I read something in a list like that, and it gave me pause, and I was like, whoa, that's actually a little bit fucking much. Either like the assumptions that the AI draws about you or the data that they were collecting itself. And I wish I could remember what it was, but it was something that did seem like surprisingly invasive maybe. And I was like, okay, I don't want that being recorded. I don't know what it was, but it was something maybe like, fuck, give me ideas. I'm honestly blanking.
So I'm also blanking on ideas, but I recently watched half of the 3rd season of Westworld. Not a great season, nowhere near as good as the rest of the show. But that was one of the big premises, was like that there was this like central AI that was just like so good at predicting human behavior that it would have predictions of like when you were going to die and how you were going to do it and like everything you would do. And it then, like, the next logical step was for that thing to just make the decisions for society, like who worked where and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure that's not what you were reading, based on assumptions.
Not quite.
I mean, I would assume that they know your political leanings on things, judging by like what YouTube videos you watch and stuff like that.
Very little about political. Lots of science, but that's about it. Well, I guess that's not entirely... I'm sure there's some bias across the total trend of videos I've watched.
Yeah, well, it probably leans one way or the other.
Whatever it is.
Or at least like what you watched recently.
As long as they don't have my banking information or anything that they can use to impersonate me, like, it's almost fair game in my mind.
It's mostly just preferences, yeah.
Where I live, where I work, what I like, what I listen to, what I would purchase or not. Okay. Like, those are things, if you struck up a conversation with me, you would be able to have access to. So, like, it's not exactly privileged information.
It's also, at the same time, like, if... Oh, God, I totally just lost what I was going to say. Hold on, what were we talking about? We're talking about preferences. Oh, yeah, exactly that. It's like, these services are free. Like, if you want, like, if the option is either, like, they need to make money beggars, somehow. Aren't they? That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if you're worried about Instagram taking your information, don't use Instagram.
Or make a better alternative and stop whining.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's the thing is, your better alternative is either making no money or it, like, costs money for the users. And then no one's going to want to use it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you said. Awfully beggy choosers. Or choosy beggars.
I guess either one works, right? Those are maybe...
Yeah.
What's the, not anagram? What's the, like, where it's parallel?
Oh, palindrome.
Palindrome. Thank you, sir. They're like palindromic...
Kind of a palindrome.
Concepts.
Yeah. They're symmetrical, I suppose.
Diametrical, maybe.
Diametrically opposed, perhaps?
Geometrical, yes.
Algebra, too.
Pentagon.
These ideas are quite pentagonal, I believe.
And on that note, we'll see you next time.
Peace out, y'all.
On a couple of fellas.